Got my Chick-fil-A strawberry milkshake because they don't have the peach ones I like so much. They don't have those now. For those of you that are Emmanuel first, you actually are first, okay? For those of you that haven't been, hey WTT, haven't been keeping up with Chief Acevedo since he's migrated to Miami back, I believe it was April when he went over there. You know, he's basically been there 6 months and they just fired him. And a lot of people have been sending me information on this, and I've been following it and I'm aware of it. Yeah, he actually had a civil hearing, a civil, what do they call it? Oh man. Civil service hearing, I believe it is. Hey, camo hunters. Anyhow, you know, he fought the termination, but lost. Did you get Chick-fil-A? Yes. Okay, I'll repeat for those that missed it. Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I'm over here by, I had to do a trip over to the big orange place to get some screws to put something in. Anyhow, what Acevedo failed to account for when he went to Miami is the fact that Miami's police union is extremely powerful. And basically they took a disliking to him because he was, you know, weeding out bad cops. Acevedo, my viewpoint on Acevedo is probably a lot different than a lot of you guys. I have talked with Acevedo one-on-one. At one point, I had his cell number. If I had trouble with an HPD officer, I could call him, and I mean, they were on it immediately. He was, to me, just very intolerant of crooked cops or cops not following their own rules. And that was what I liked about Acevedo. He's very approachable. And, you know, he's out in the community. And the officers here in Houston liked that about him as well. I mean, he was out, you know, he'd grab a patrol car when he didn't have anything to do. He'd grab a patrol car and go on the streets and follow and turn up on calls. And I had a lot of respect for Acevedo because of that. Now Iowa brings up the elephant in the kitchen. I had a lot of respect for Acevedo up until what happened with the Tuttles. HPD went into cover-up mode, and from what I could see, you know, he was participating in it. And that really soured me on him. And it really set us at odds with each other. And it's unfortunate because what we need is, you know, more bridges between the good guys and the citizens and less discord amongst us, because we are the greatest force multiplier that honest cops have, you know, and that is just the reality of the situation. But Acevedo got sideways with the police union over there right off the bat. And I can tell you, Miami is dirty. As police departments go, they are dirty. They took a lot of people in from New York City. And when they did that, that department just turned into a big toilet. And HPD is becoming very, very similar to that now. They're more and more, for those of you that don't know, Pee Wee Herman, you know who I'm talking about. He came to Houston from New York, you know? So that should tell you something. When I say Pee Wee Herman, for those of you that don't know, I'm talking about Joe Gamaldi. So, you know, Acevedo got sideways with the police union right off the bat. And, of course, the police union controls the the city council. And, so at that point, the writing was on the wall. So I hate to see it, because I would like to see that department cleaned up. So I hate to see that they managed to get rid of Acevedo, because I know that the next guy they get's just going to be another union thug, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to continue to go down the same road it's always gone down. As for Acevedo, I believe he's going to sue the city and clean up his record. He says he's never been fired from a job before, and that's probably true. So he's going to want to clean that bad mark on his record up. But I can tell you, to be fired from Miami is going to make it difficult for him to get another job of that stature, I believe. But Acevedo my opinion about Acevedo is that he's always had aspirations for politics. So I believe that he will be going into politics, if not now, very soon. What's the deal with Justin? Nothing that I know of. If you're looking for me to say something bad about Justin, I can't do it. I'm not going to say anything bad about Jack or Justin or Patrick. I mean, everybody's got their opinions about things, and that's fine. What's wrong with having an opinion about something? And everybody's got their own way of doing things. And, everybody always tells me, you shouldn't do things that guy's way, and you shouldn't do things this guy's way. The reality is, I do things my way, and sometimes I experiment with other stuff, and it's good, and sometimes it's bad. You live and learn. So, we all just need to be tolerant of each other. And if you have a disagreement or you don't like somebody, you don't have to work with them. It's pretty simple. You don't have to work with them. You don't have to promote their videos. You don't have to associate with anybody you don't like at all. And every minute that you spend on drama is a minute. You hesitated about Patrick. No, I just couldn't think of his name. Okay, it wasn't coming to my head. Every minute that you spend on drama is a minute taken away from focusing on government misconduct. And so the government promotes that. They actually have informants working in this community, people that got in trouble, and rather than take the heat and face the music, for what they did, made deals to come out and attack people in exchange for not having to face up for what they did. So I got no love for these people, and I got a whole list of them that I got from my current case and the FBI. Thank you, FBI, for putting that list together for me. I didn't sign a non-disclosure agreement. My lawyer did, and my lawyer's not going to publish it, but I am. And are some people in this and doing this for the wrong reasons? I don't know. I don't know what the wrong reasons are. I mean, there are people that are doing this to earn a living. I mean, they're in it for entertainment value, let's say. All right? And most of the ones that are doing that are pretty honest about what they're doing. And in reality, okay, y'all sitting down, everybody's sitting down, let me make sure. You have to be entertaining at this in order to keep your audience. Oh, see what my shirt says? It says I'd rather be sailing. That's all it says. But you have to be entertaining at this in order to keep your audience. You guys love it. Tell the truth. Now, give me thumbs up if I'm right. You guys love it when I work in some smart-ass line. Is that a misdemeanor felony? Stop with the propaganda. I mean, if everything was the same every single time, you wouldn't watch, right? So people just need to get along. If you don't like somebody, don't work with them. It's that simple. That's what I do. And I can tell you that my circle of trust is very small these days. Very small these days. So people that I've worked with in the past, I won't be working with again. Let's see. Yeah, what's the? I don't see a point in making videos about them. I've only done that once or twice. You know, that's it. And really, pretty much just don't do it anymore. Now I just take them to court, sue them. That's the thing to do. I'm letting my case against the Hemmings and Teresa get kicked out of California because I'm fixing to change it. I'm going to refile on Retveld, YouTube, and Teresa in California, and the Hemmings will get rolled into the lawsuit against Deer Park because the Hemmings are informants for Deer Park, which has violated a bunch of stuff, but that's another story. Yeah, here we go. Don't agree with everything you do, and you never will. You know, that's what makes us such a group, such an interesting group. It's not what we have in common, it's what we have that's not in common. It's our differences that make us interesting to one another, not the commonality. And you know, I saw Justin's live stream last night, and he was trying to remember where he met me or how he met me. And so I will clear that up for you guys. When I got arrested in McAllen, I had a family member go to make my bond, and they have a debit card, and when they ran the debit card, there was a limit on how much they could run at one time. Okay. Justin had contacted me while I was sitting in jail waiting to bond out, and because I sat in jail for like two weeks, I think it was. Anyway, Justin, thank you. Yes, okay, I can't say that. Israel. Justin was in touch with that family member, and he went to the bondsman and paid the difference. That was, I think, $3,000, something like that. And of course, I paid him back as soon as I got out. But, you know, Justin stepped up immediately, no questions asked, and put his money where his mouth was. You know, he was backing me up when other people who said they were backing me up weren't helping me a bit. Justin was already requesting documents. Justin was doing all kinds of stuff. So a lot of people thought that stream last night was going to be a Bash David stream. You know, I sent Justin a text message, and the only thing I said to him was, hey, if you're going to do a video about me, all I ask is that you tell the truth. That's it. I don't care what you say, as long as it's the truth and based in fact, not disinformation and lies like the trolls spread. I said, other than that, I'm not going to try and influence you or change your mind about anything you're going to say. And he said, why would I do a video bashing you? I said, okay, well, anyhow, I got nothing bad to say about Justin. But then again, I don't have anything bad to say about Jack or Patrick or, you know, as long as they're not snitches, as long as they are not informants for the government, I don't have anything bad to say about it. And birds, whatever that thing, Baird Seymour. I'm not backing up Acevedo anymore. I say at one time I did. You know, but when you've got people in this movement that are attacking other people in this movement, and like I said, it's just a distraction. Freeman, don't get me started on Freeman. I'll break my rules here. Like I said, there's too many informants, people that got in trouble, and yeah, there you go. Too many people got in trouble and couldn't take the heat and opted to work for the government, you know, and their biggest target has been me. I don't know if that's you know, they just have put more effort into going after me and destroying me than you can imagine. And I just think it's funny. Honestly, I think it's funny because all that they have done is make me bigger and bigger and bigger. So I just sit back and laugh, you know. And when I publish this list of informants that are within this, that are working for the government, you're going to understand how it is that they can go out and do what they do and never get arrested. Or if they get arrested, you know, for something, let's say something like, you know, assault on a police officer, actually like assault on 2 or 3 police officers, and the next morning the charges are immediately dropped. That should be ringing a bell with you. That should be sounding an alarm with you. I can't even get a misdemeanor jaywalking ticket dropped that fast. Think about that. You know, it's just crazy. I'm getting off on a whole nother tangent here, but anybody got any questions about Acevedo? That list will be published in January. I got some stuff that'll wrap up in December, and I'll have everything. Not only that, I'm going to be publishing a lot of documents from my case, documents that are sealed, documents that that I'm not supposed to be able to publish, and I will very likely be held in contempt of court and get locked up for it. That's fine. I'll take that. I don't mind going to jail for something I did. And if there's some kind of criminal charge that comes out of that, I'll take that and I'll plead guilty. You know, I don't have a problem pleading guilty for something I did and taking whatever punishment there is for what I did. But I will never, ever plead guilty to something I didn't do. And I will never, ever make a deal to become an informant for the government and work against these people. I had an opportunity before all these attacks came at me. Those people came at me and said, look, help us, work with us, and we won't attack you. We'll leave you alone. And I told them what to do with that. And so who did they go after? They got old Ben, Fat Label, to do their dirty work. Well, that didn't work out for him, but that's what they do. And the current way that they go after people, and it's only about 12 people that are doing this, but they have like 30 or 40 or 50 sock accounts each, so it looks like there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, but they have made it their mission to come after me and attack me and try to destroy me. And I'm just like, okay, the more you do that, the stronger I get. That's why I laugh at them, because they're stupid. But what they do is their newer tactic has been to anybody that won't come out against me, they go after them. They attack them. And you know, these people, a lot of them are weak, and they get scared, they get tired of being attacked, and then they just flip, and that's fine. So it is what it is. You know, when I started out doing this, I was by myself for I don't know, the first 18 months that I did this, I worked by myself, and I can do that again. If that's what I need to do, I can do it again. Don't care, you know. But you know, I'm a juggernaut. And that's what they don't understand. And I'm a juggernaut because they made me that. All the attention they get put on me. What is it? And they say I'm controversial. But controversy sells. When there's a controversial book out or a movie, everybody wants to see it. Everybody wants to see it. And that's what happens with me. So, hey, make me controversial. That's fine. So, all right, again, I'm going to go back to what we're actually here for. $100 in contempt of court. Yeah, I guess that would be in a contempt of court charge. For those of you that have missed it, Acevedo got sideways with the police union in Miami. He's been there about 6 months. And he got sideways with them, and then he got sideways with the city council. And so a week ago, they had a civil service hearing with the city council, and they found cause to fire him. So he's done. He's done. I hope they catch that guy, Brian. That is going to affect Acevedo pretty dramatically. It's going to make it difficult for him to get another job of that stature. And, we'll see. I think he's going to sue the city of Miami. I absolutely believe that. Where that'll end up going, I don't know. I do audits. Just not been as active as I used to be. I will be going back to doing full-time audits in December. I have a road trip planned for starting out on the 10th of December, and it'll wrap up. It's just going to be a quick one, 6 days is what I've got scheduled. And it's going to be all audits. And then in January, probably the first part of January, I'll be busy getting stuff together for the lawsuit against Deer Park. And then mid-January, I'm going on the road. I'm not going to tell you where we're going, but I'm going to go on the road, and I'll be on the road for 2 weeks straight doing audits. And I'm going to be working with some other auditors. I'm not mentioning any names, but I will be out. So there you have it. Oh, and the Bushman's coming back. Now that COVID is kind of winding down, I'll also be working with my daughter, and I may have somebody else pop in to help me with it, but the Bushman is going to be up and running again pretty quick too. So you will see the Bushman. For those of you that missed Laugh Texas, Laugh, Laugh Texas. Hey Ruby, that's my daughter's channel. It's actually two of my daughters have that channel, and I help out with it. And basically what we do is the Bushman. For those of you who don't know, go over there and look at the videos, and you'll see what we're talking about. Unfortunately, one of the daughters has come up sick, and she won't be participating with the channel anymore. But the other one, the one you see most of the time on that channel, has been Sarah, and she will be on it again. So what do I really think about Art Acevedo? I honestly think that he started out with good intentions. The problem is that he's overwhelmed. I mean, there's just too many corrupt cops out there. He's outnumbered. And so he can only do what he can do. A lot of what I saw, and when we were still talking, we talked about this, a lot of what I saw after the Tuttle incident was lower level people feeding him lies. They were giving him misinformation, and he's going out and publicly saying, this is what happened, and that wasn't what happened. Happy birthday, Two Sticks. And it didn't take long for him to figure out what was going on, and so he quit, listening to these people without verification. So, yeah, the comment about the Cuban community was not a good thing, but. Acevedo's human. He says things sometimes. I've said things sometimes that didn't come out right or didn't come across right. So it happens. It happens to all of us. Just because you're a public official or a public personality, you're still human. We all make mistakes. It happens. We all screw up. I made a mistake before. It's like 1973, I think. I'm kidding. I make mistakes all the time. I do. And I just try to learn from them and move on. You don't let one mistake define who you are. Learn from your mistake, be a better person, get yourself up off the ground, and get moving. It's that simple. It really is. People spend too much time sitting around feeling sorry for themselves, and I hope Acevedo's not one of those people. I hope that he pulls himself up by his bootstraps and gets himself going again. I wish that for everybody, really. saying Acevedo should be in prison. I don't know about all that. He's not there anymore. Yes, he is. He's working private security. He wears a white shirt now. So the police union took his bootstraps. How did y'all like that picture of Gamaldi from the other day? Does anybody like that picture? Oh, there's people that think they don't make mistakes, but those are the people that sit around going, you know, woe is me. It's not my fault. Nothing's ever my fault. Colin Powell died? Oh, man, I hate to hear that. You know, I'm not one of those people. I own my mistakes. If I make a mistake, I own it, learn from it, and move on. It's that simple. Precinct 4 shooting. I saw pictures of the deputies from that shooting that were sitting up making gang signs and doing all kinds of funky stuff. I haven't looked into that shooting yet, but I suspect there's a lot more to it than what's being told. So at some point when I have time, I'll start looking at it. But I think there's more to that shooting than they're telling. I don't think it's right. But, you know, did Acevedo stop any corruption in Houston? I believe he did. Unfortunately, like I said, I believe he was participating in the total cover-up because ultimately the city of Houston pays him. Okay? And so that's where his allegiance lies. He's got to protect the city from liability, and that just is not a good mix. That's it. All right. Okay, so that's it. Now you guys, everybody knows Powell died of COVID. Wow. Now you guys know what happened. You can stop emailing me to tell me about Acevedo. I know, okay? I'm all over it. So you guys, be safe, stay out of trouble, and I will see you again soon. WTT, hashtag Team David. Hoorah. Y'all be safe.